There's a stage of company growth that almost every founder reaches, but very few people ever talk about it. Hi, I'm Peter Joseph, and over the past 25 years working in organizational development, including serving as the Director of Organizational Development at the Washington Post, I've seen this same pattern appear in company after company. Now, in the early days of a business, the founder makes most of the decisions. And in those early days, that makes sense. The company's small, the founder understands everything that's happening, and decisions can be made pretty quickly under those circumstances. But then the company grows, and more employees join, and departments begin to form, and then leaders start managing teams. But something interesting often happens during this stage of growth. Even though the company's getting larger, important decisions still tend to flow back to the founder. Leaders bring questions upward, and complex problems escalate upward, and major decisions still land on the founder's desk. Now, at first this doesn't seem unusual, and in fact many founders just assume this is just part of their role. They built the company, so of course they should be involved in the important decisions. But as the company continues to grow, complexity increases. Now more people are involved and more decisions need to be made and more coordination is required. And gradually the founder's calendar begins to fill with more and more decisions that need attention. Then the founder becomes involved in things like hiring decisions and operational issues and team conflicts and strategic choices and sometimes even small day-to-day problems that leaders could potentially handle themselves. Now, the company may still be growing and revenue may still be increasing, but behind the scenes, the organization is becoming increasingly dependent on one person. Now, most founders don't recognize this immediately because growth can hide the underlying pattern. The business is succeeding, so the structure feels acceptable. But over time, this dynamic can quietly become a constraint on the organization. Now, in the next video, I'm going to explain the structural pattern that creates this stage of growth and talk about why it appears so consistently in founder-led companies. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video as we continue our discussion on the founder bottleneck.